My name's Archie and I've been farming here since I was young. As I've grown up, I've started doing more and more of it to the point where now I manage all the cattle and farm the sheep with Angus.
I'm Angus. I'm a third generation farmer. Got a family farm in southwest of Scotland that my brother and my dad run. With the kind of turbulent times in agriculture and with the way the government are going at the moment, we don't really know what's going to happen there. So I took the step, and that was kind of where Archie and I started what we were starting.
So we decided to go for English Longhorns because we've got a lot of unimproved pasture here, and we needed a native breed that could really make the best of that grass without having to feed them lots of extra concentrates and things. And they're really easy to look after. Great beef, so tick all the boxes really. You're sort of generally looking at trying to maximise the grazing period, keeping them outside for as long as possible because that's the cheap bit, and then they come in for the winter and start calving generally in March, April time to again maximise the grass and get them back outside as quick as possible where they are at their happiest.
So my name's Georgia. Archie and I are together and I moved up here in 2023, so that's what kind of initially brought me up here. And then my background's in finance and property, and so I kind of did that when I moved up, and then decided that actually I really enjoyed my time on the farm more, so I went down to part-time. Have since taken over kind of the marketing and the sales of the beef boxes and the lamb boxes and set up my little pedigree flock of Shropshires. I think a variety of things. One thing that I wanted to ensure is that I still had a breed of sheep with a really good meat carcass. What Archie touched on previously and what's brilliant as well about the Longhorns, the Shropshires sort of tie in with it, their conservation side of things. With the rise of biodiversity net gain initiatives, I thought it was quite important to have a breed that would kind of tie in with that. And what's great about them is that they don't graze trees, so in plantations you can have them grazing and they won't damage the trees, unlike other sheep breeds. So that was kind of a pull towards them. With the way that farming is going, I think there's going to be more and more of a push towards conservation and environmental efforts. So having that in mind when choosing what you're bringing in, I think is really important.
Nofence is an app on your phone and a collar on the cow's neck, which enables you to, via satellite, control where those cows can and can't go, rather than putting up permanent fences, which has its own problems, especially for conservation. So you've got some of my breeding Longhorn cows here behind me, and generally their offspring will then have collars put onto them when they're about a year old, and they'll go out onto conservation projects for Shropshire Wildlife Trust.
We're getting more for our product, and they know exactly what cow it is, where the meat's coming from, and the benefits of that are just exponential in comparison to just putting it in a market.
I mean, the last few weeks, we've obviously been lambing, so it's like firefighting. You're trying to sort problems before they arise and then catch problems as they arise. But you know, this year the weather's been really good to us, so it has helped us a lot. I think kind of, you know, on average, especially this time of year, get to enjoy the sunshine. Up in the morning, kind of first thing we do is we're still checking the ewes that are lambing, round the stock, and then afternoons at the moment, getting caught up with winter work. As you can see, we're on the River Severn, so like we've always got to keep our fence maintenance up along that, because over the winter the river's got a great way of washing out what goes on.
I think the biggest sort of surprise, I guess, is just, it wasn't so much a surprise, but what kind of hit me first is the dedication that all the farmers have. You, as an outsider, you kind of think, oh, you know, superb, they're looking after the environment, they're looking after the countryside. But actually coming in, there's so many different facets of it, and the dedication that they have for their stock and their land is unbelievable.
I think generally there's certainly a willingness to understand what goes into it. A lot of people I talk to who maybe have no idea about farming want to understand this and are generally supportive, but there's definitely more we could be doing to get the message out there and, you know, tell people what a great job we're hopefully doing.
You probably don't get agricultural startups because, you know, two 26-year-olds want to go out and try and buy a few sheep. The bank will turn around and tell you you're a nutcase.
We produce the food. If we stop producing food, where's it coming from? You know, once the farmers are gone, which there's a lot of pressure against them at the moment, people need to think about that. It doesn't grow on trees.
Back British, because it's good. That would be my yeah. And give us a thank you once in a while.